All right, so today we're going to talk about a five-number summary and box plots. We kind of already looked at the calculator screen about how to find a five-number summary. We just didn't realize that's what we're looking at. The things that comprise a five-number summary are the minimum, Q1, the median, Q3, and the max. And so if you think about which screen we looked at when we saw that, hopefully that'll stand out. All right, so here's an example. We've got credit card plans, and these are interest rates charged by 10 credit card companies in 2005. Determine the five-number summary of this particular data. We're going to take advantage of the fact that we already know the calculator screen related to this. So we're going to go to our stat list, and then we're just going to type these numbers in. So I will fast forward this so you don't have to watch me just type numbers in. Okay, so once we've got the numbers typed in, we're going to go back to the home screen, and we're going to go to over to stat, and we want calc. Well, one var stat from there, which is what I meant by we've seen this before. And we're just going to calculate the one variable statistics for this particular data set. And as we scroll down, we see the numbers we need. So the minimum is 6.5, Q1 is 12, median is 13.6, Q3 is 14.4, and the max is 14.5. So those five numbers comprise what's called the five-number summary for this particular data. Let me kind of copy those over to the paper here. Okay, so I just copied all the numbers that we're going to relevant for what we're about to do next. Okay, so we're going to take these and sketch what's called a box plot. So let me kind of show you the characteristics of that. When we're drawing a box plot, we want to figure out where our IQR is, and we're going to figure out what's called an upper and lower fence. So let's go back to this data here. And IQR, if you remember, interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So that would be 2.4. And we have a formula for our fences. Let me take this information and bring it down with me. Okay, so our fences, our lower fence is Q1, so that'd be 12 minus 1.5 times the IQR, which is 2.4. And this will let us determine what numbers are considered to be outliers for this particular data set. And we get 8.4 for that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for the upper fence. So the upper fence would be Q3, which is 14.4 plus 1.5 times the IQR. Alright, so type that in the calculator. And that would be 18. So anything bigger than 18 we would consider to be an outlier. Okay, so we're going to then create a number line that's long enough or have numbers relevant enough to sort of include the five-number summary, and then we're going to label this with some sort of picture, which will kind of build along the way. So we're going to start by inserting vertical lines at Q1, the median, and Q3. So let me do that here. Q1 being 12, so where 12 is, we're just going to put a vertical line. And we'll do the same thing to the median, so 13.6. Okay, and then the Q3, which is 14.4. Put another vertical line. And then we're going to draw a box around that particular shape. Okay, so our box looks about like that when we connect the vertical lines. And then we're going to draw some sort of, we're going to label where the upper and lower fences are. Okay, so once we've drawn in, we're going to use these sort of brackets as a symbol to represent the upper and lower fences. We're then going to identify if there's any data value above or below the fence, and we're going to mark that with an asterisk. That's what's going to represent our, if there's any outliers, that'll be what represents that. So I'm going to go back up to, I see the minimum is 6.5. So I know there's at least one outlier. So any data values that are below that 8.4, I'll put an asterisk. Okay, and then from here, we're going to draw what's called a whisker. A whisker is any line that we extend to any data within the fences. We're just going to connect with a horizontal line of some kind. Okay, so just the thing to point out here, we had one value that was larger than Q3 at 14.5. So that's why there's a little tiny line above it. And then below Q1, below the 12, we had one value about 9.9. So we extended the line past that point. And because we didn't have anything else between here and the lower fence, then we wouldn't connect those. So this is a box plot of this particular graph. Now, the nice thing about box plots, they're a little, I would say, a little bit easier to calculate than, say, a histogram is, because with histograms we've got to worry about interval widths and those sorts of things. But with box plots, we just need to know our 5-number summary, and then we can identify some information. And then we can take those same vocab words that describe shape, and we can also apply those to box plots, so we can have box plots that are skewed right, symmetric, skewed left, and they would correspond to the length of the whiskers on each side and the relationship between the median and Q1 and Q3. So if there's a skewness to it, like the skewed left one's a little bit easier to see this on. The skewed left one, the inside the box, one side of the line is a little bit bigger than the other side, whereas in the symmetrical graph, it's pretty dead center, pretty right in the middle. This guy's a little harder to see that with, but he's got one whisker that's really long as compared to the other, just like the skewed left one. So when you're looking at a box plot, you're looking at not just the relationship inside the box to determine symmetry, but you're looking at the shape of the whisker to indicate that as well.